All right, all right, all right. I hope everyone's having a great day today. I definitely know I am because it is the day after the 2026 Toronto Fall Card Expo. I've got a bunch of cards here. You can see I went 2 days this time. We've got my stack from Friday and a stack from Sunday. Those are the 2 days I went. I really don't go on Saturdays because that's the busiest day. That's when there's about 80 million people in the convention center and it's too much. You can barely walk. You can't get to any tables. So yeah, my thing has been going Friday and Sunday, and I talked about in my previous video what my plan was. Just like the quick recap is just basically stature stuff, PC stuff, cool cards, canvas cards. Not in that particular order, but I mean, yeah, basically we're just gonna go run through each deal one at a time, show off all the stuff I bought. I mean, there's a lot. We got a lot to get into here, so yeah. I mean, without really any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so starting off with this first little stack here. So this was very early in the show. Wasn't expecting to find a 50-cent bin this early in the show, but I mean, I was also expecting those to be like a Sunday thing only, but I mean, here we are. So I got these 8 cards at 50 cents, $4, and sometimes I'm just letting you know now the numbers won't always match up, just so in terms of the total amount of cards. I mean, some cards were for other people, so just keep that in mind. Like, not all the cards that I got ended up being for me, but I mean, yeah, these were all 50 cents, and I mean, I just saw some cards in there that I thought were cool, and I'm just like, okay, let's just try and get it to a round number. So first here we've got this original UD3 new era of Mark Savard when he was on the Rangers. So yeah, I kind of forgot that these were originally a card, that this wasn't a brand new design from 23-24 extended. I kind of forgot, yeah. But I mean, a cool card. I'm pretty sure it's either like a rookie or like a second year card of Mark Savard. But I mean, it's cool. Again, most of this stuff is either gonna go to my numbered card box or my binder. So it was definitely that was the mindset when digging. It was just find something I'd like, or find a cheap numbered card for 50 cents. We got next one here, just Thomas Caberlet, be a player rookie from, I believe, 97, be a player. Again, it's a Caberlet rookie. I won't get too much into the Leafs. They hired Chaika, they hired Sundin. Well, we can say whatever we want to right now. We've got to see what actually happens. They had their press conference today. They said whatever, that's fine. They got to put that into action. They've actually got to go out there and put their money where their mouth is. So, but yeah, definitely something to keep in mind there with the Leafs in the future. We'll see what happens with them. We'll see where they end up. But there's a Caberlet, be a player rookie. I got these two Pacific Crown Royal base cards, because these just look awesome, and they're gonna look super awesome in a binder. We got Brett Hall from his time on the Stars, and Wendell Clark from his time on the Lightning. Montreal got that game. I don't know how they got that game seven. They just, what, sometimes you got to find a way no matter what, and that's what happened there. So yeah, it's them in Buffalo. That's gonna be a crazy round two series. I'm definitely excited to see that one there. But yeah, again, the Wendell Clark and Brett Hall cards, they just look really cool. Found this Topps Finest base of Paul Coffey. I'm not too familiar with the 90s top stuff and like all the stuff with the like the protective layer on it. But I mean, I know you see these, it's like whatever. It's 50 cents. It's gonna go into a binder, right? And then the one that I originally saw in the bin that I really wanted to get was this original, I believe original anyway, SPX Finite of Brendan Shanahan, and you could tell it's from the 90s because your numbering there is 1772 of 6950. But I mean, it's a numbered card. It's Shanahan. Very good playing career. Obviously was with the Leafs. But I mean, definitely for 50 cents, again, I know this is extremely high numbered, and that is not even an exaggeration there. But yeah, it was just, I thought it was a cool card. But yeah, for 50 cents, why not? So yeah, that was the first stack there, just a 50-cent bin, but I had a lot of fun digging through that. Let's move on to the next purchase. All right, these next 3 cards here, it was a 3-card lot. Got it for $15. Maybe not the best deal that I made, but I mean, it was 3 cards that just I really liked, so I decided to get them. So I got this Ross Colton Ultimate Emblems. I've talked about this subset of cards before, and obviously I can't really open 23, 24 Ultimate. It's too expensive. 24, 25 Ultimate's too expensive. But I mean, I gave Upper Deck a lot of trouble for how bad they did the 21, 22, and the 22, 23 Ultimate Emblems, and they fixed it in 23, 24, and this is a pretty solid example of it here. This was a very clean looking, nice looking card for a non-numbered auto. Ross Colton, I'm a fan of his, and I mean this is just a really nice looking card, so I was definitely happy with that. And then we got a Zach Werenski Premier Base. The numbering there is 174 of 299. He had a great year, but I mean Columbus just couldn't get to the playoffs, and I know um Rick Bowness is their coach. He's staying on as their head coach, so we'll see how many bag sprints he's going to make those guys run once training camp starts. Because he's going to make those. If he's a man of his word, he's going to make those guys hate losing. But yeah, there's a premier base of Zach Werenski, and then our first Stature sighting. Nothing too crazy. Just threw this in kind of to get a bit of a better deal. We've got the orange 23-24 base of Leon Draisaitl there. 98 of 199, and yeah, that is the orange. Again, it says that back there. Oilers lost to the Ducks. I don't know, man. I don't know what you do if you're out in Edmonton, but I mean, you gotta figure that out, man. You don't have unlimited time with McDavid and Draisaitl, right? But I mean, yeah, definitely a cool one. Just wanted to throw this in. Let's move on to the next stack because this is where things start to get a little interesting. All right, so these were a dollar bin find. I have seen these on eBay before, and I didn't really, I thought these were always like going to be super expensive cards, but this is the 2008-09 retro design from Opeachy, and if you're familiar in this hobby, you know that this is the design of the Gretzky rookie year. So I saw this, and there was just an entire row of these cards from 08-09, and they were a dollar. So I mean, I just said, okay, I really like this. I really like the design. I think it's really cool. And I don't really get much throwback stuff. So I was thinking, maybe spice up my binder a little bit. So I'm going to just quickly shuffle through like the main stack here, just because like I'm going through, there's a lot of cards here. I was just trying to find interesting, cool names, the best players, like an Ilya Brizgalov, awesome player, Shane Doan, Niedermeyer, right? Ray Emery, rest in peace. But like just trying to get as many of like the top players as I possibly could. And I mean, the thing that drew me to the bin was just there were some PC guys in there for me. So there was a Phil Kessel, just before like a year or two before he got traded to Toronto, PC card. The Jason Spezza base, obviously, again, another one of my PC guys. And then the main one here, that's got to get in a new sleeve ASAP, the Matt Sundin, now working for the Leafs alongside with Chaika, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it was 17 cards. I think it came out to like $20. I think it was either 20 or $15. It was one of those two. Either way, whatever the number was, it was a totally fair number. I'm definitely really happy with these cards. These are going to look awesome in a binder. I definitely can't wait to get all these cards in a binder. But yeah, that was the main thing with this, was just get cool cards for my PC and a bunch of cool cards that are going to look great in a binder. But yeah, that was that. Now let's start getting on to the expected stuff. And if you know, right? But yeah, let's move on. All right, so again, if you know, and no, it's not the insert from 25-26 Series 2. It is Stature, so this is actually not the first Stature card I purchased this day, but I will get to that after. That is the last card here. This is actually the last purchase I made of the Friday. I went back and I saw this at first, but then I went back to get it before I left. This is the Glenn Hall Green Stature Auto from 1920. Serial numbering there 2265. So I read up on him today. I just kind of read up on the what he's most known for. Obviously, he won 2 cups as a player, 1 as a coach. Obviously, but the big thing with him is obviously the streak of 502 consecutive games. Never. I think for whatever reason the record doesn't get talked about a lot, and I don't know if it's like half because like just people don't know, or if it's just half because the record is just so untouchable. And I don't think that's I don't want to say that's a hot take at all. Like 502 consecutive games started as a goalie is never going to be done in the history of hockey. I don't care. Play this in friggin' 20,042. Okay, no NHL goalie, if the NHL is still around, is gonna is gonna hit 502 consecutive games started in the NHL. It's never gonna happen again. He also passed away earlier this year, so I saw this, I liked the price. I was just like, let's get it. I need a Glenn Hall auto. I'm not gonna go too crazy to try and get myself a low numbered one. This is just one of those guys you get a really nice auto of him and you just kind of leave that in your collection. So I mean, yeah, this was definitely one I really wanted when I saw it, and I'm glad I got it. The Glenn Hall Green Stature auto from 1920 Stature. They're 22 of 65. All right, and the big purchase for Friday, and possibly the biggest purchase of them all, maybe we'll have a talk about this, but I mean, let's go. Let's give it a little slow reveal. Okay, yeah, that's 23-24 Stature. Ooh, oh, Chicago. That's definitely a Chicago helmet. Oh, who's that guy? The 99? Is that Bedard? Is that his rookie? Yes, but it is not his auto. So definitely a bit of an interesting one for me. We've got the Connor Bedard blue rookie from 23-24 Stature, 44.99. So a lot of things went into this decision for me. So I think the first thing for me is that I've spoken about this already earlier in some of my other videos. Bedard has been definitely overshadowed in the hobby this year by Celebrini and Schaefer. Just there's a lot more attention on those guys than him. And I'm not trying to say this that he's not getting any attention. It's just he is not the primary focus like it was in 23-24. 23-24 was Bedard, Bedard, Bedard. Right now, and the hobby is not like that. So this was definitely the time to look for Connor Bedard cards. And I mean, I'm not opening that year's Stature. That's like a $400 box at this point, and I'm not getting his auto because the money I would have to spend to get his auto is you're talking like Gretzky money. You are talking like the top of the top guys, and I'm not willing to do that. And it's not because I don't believe in Bedard. It's because I'm spending that money on Gretzky. I'm spending that on something that's surefire, guaranteed, no questions asked, that much money. I'm putting that on like a Gretzky, on like the top guys only, a Gordie Howe, not on a rookie card, no matter of, some guy who is not proven, not too proven yet. The other thing for me, like with this card, is that like, yeah, I had to get a numbered one because again, getting an auto of his is just not happening. I mean, there's been a lot of debate this year with Bedard, Bedard versus Celebrini, and I mean, I think like, see who was Bedard playing with on his line this year? Was it like Bertuzzi and Donato a lot of the times? Like, I'll try and find that stat and see if I could throw it up. But like, he has not been playing with as good of line mates and as good of a team as Celebrini had. And Bedard's also in a tougher division. And my point I'm going into here is that like the hobby's not focused on him right now. But I mean, I also don't think like it's over for him. I don't think it's completely impossible for him to be the top guy. I just think Celebrini has A, more talent around him, and B, he's in the Pacific Division. The Pacific Division, as you can see from the past few years, is garbage. It's a really bad division. So he's definitely been playing. Celebrini's been playing easier games, and that's not to diminish Celebrini at all. It's just to look. It's for me. It's looking at Bedard's situation and realizing this is probably the lowest he's gonna be in terms of his cards, unless year three is just really bad for him. If this next season for him is really bad, then that's a different story. But I mean, like, I just don't think the situation for him compared to a Celebrini has been clear cut exactly the same. So definitely seeing this card at the price that I got it at, which was, just about half of a box of Stature. So around, just a little over $200. I had to pay up, just like I had to pay up with the Glenn Hall too, obviously, because he passed. But I mean, to get this is my best Connor Bedard rookie. This to me is more important than his Young Guns. And I mean, I've been yapping about this for like 3 minutes straight now, but I think just the point is that this is an important card, and I think just a lot of things lined up for me to get this card, and I could not be happier to get this card. And I'm just hoping for the best for him and that they actually put someone around him, because you saw him play with like Anton Frondel for like those 3 games, and you're like, oh, you actually put somebody on his line with some skill, like he can get cooking, they can get going. So that's what I'm excited for Chicago next year, is that hopefully they start putting better guys on his line. But yeah, long-winded way, just saying I'm really happy with this Connor Bedard base rookie. Let's get on to the stack from Sunday. All right, so on to the stack from Sunday, and there's gonna be a lot of cards to see here soon. But I mean, we'll start with this small one here. So this was a dollar bin, which was from the same guy who had that 50-cent bin. So I just grabbed a bunch of cards again that I thought were really cool. So nothing too crazy here. We'll just get right into it. We got some 13-14 Panini Select base, which I just think is really cool. And again, that's not something I'm ever opening. So I just found some of these and got the best players I could find. So I got a Bobby Hall, got a Sidney Crosby, got a Gordie Howe. Got a couple of these Dynagon Ice cards from 2000. I don't know what the parallel is, but it's numbered to 199. The first one here is of Darcy Tucker on the Lightning. Again, just weird seeing some of those Leaf players in a Lightning uniform, but again, $1, why not? We got this Topps gold label base of Mark Messier on the Canucks. I mean, like, just a really cool looking card. Like, this is just so awesome. Just a really nice card. Again, binder stuff, right? Stuff for the binder. We got still probably one of the best looking goalie sets ever, the Trevor Kidd goalie set with his pads there. And this is an SPX Finite. This one is also from 1998, but this one is 241 of 9,500 for Trevor Kidd, but it's it's still going in the numbered box. I don't care. I like these cards. It is a serial numbered card. We take that. And then just a little bit better, we've got the Gihi Bear Gold, which is the Radiance, which is serial numbered 1118 of 4750. Again, just a cool card for a buck, right? Really cool one there. We got the John Graham Dynagon Ice. That's the second one. That one's 97 of 199. Got some platinum stuff here. Got a couple aquamarines from 2021 platinum, which I would love to open, but that's really expensive. The first one there was Victor Hedman, 447 of 499. The other one is, I believe, Bill Masterton nominee, Rasmus Dahlin, 64 of 499. Again, them in the Habs round 2. I can't wait for that. And then just a quick little PC card here. I believe this is 2122 SB Game Used. It's a red base to 205, 187 to 205 for James Van Riemsdyk there. 2122 SB Game Use. So yeah, little stack there. That was like $15. It got about like 16 cards. Again, not all of them are here. Some of them were for other people, but yeah, definitely a fun little thing to dig through those bins. Let's move on to the next stack. All right, the Canvas Madness is going to begin. So this entire stack here ended up being 80 cards, and I feel like at least 70 of them were Canvas cards I needed for the binder. Not all of them are though, so I'm going to run through these ones really quick. But yeah, it was a dollar bin. So yeah, 80 cards. It was 80 total cards. Got it for $80. So gonna run through the non binder canvas cards first. Here we got this Connor Hellebuck. I'd never seen this parallel before. This is the Pink Lemonade from 23-24 Allure. The veteran base versions of the Pink Lemonade are 1 in 75. So for a buck, you get a good name of that. It's a hobby exclusive hit. You take that. There were some black and white canvases. Got this Barkov from 25-26 Series 1. Got this Letang, which is also Series 1. Got this Alex Georgiev, which is from 22-23, which, again, I'm not collecting because those ones come out damaged too much. And then I got myself 2 J-Robs from 23-24. That's him scoring on Joel Holford there. That's extended series. Again, I don't have this one, so this is going to go into... one's going to go into the PC box. One will go into just like the extra canvas binder. But then here we go. We're just going to kind of get started here and then just kind of go forward. So again, pretty much about like 70 canvas cards from a mix of different years. I got a couple from 2021. And again, I'm not running through the names. There's so many here. I'm just going to kind of shuffle through it and show you the cards as we go. And then we got some from 21-22. Again, this video is already going to be pretty long. Like, I'm not going to make you sit through me reading all of the names, but I mean, I do want to show off all the cards. All of these are from 24-25. The vast majority are Series 2, which is actually massive because Series 2 is not something you can just open anymore. So I'm down to literally 6 cards missing for this base set. So again, we're just gonna scroll through it really quick. We're gonna go at Mach 2 here, but I mean, like, yeah, this was so much fun. This was like a couple 4-row dollar bins that this one guy had, and it was just like dig away, find a bunch of canvas cards, and he had so many. He had like even from 23-24. I really could have actually like got that set started and actually made some like huge headway on that. But I mean, like, I don't know what I do and don't have for 23-24, so I didn't want to go into that, and I really wanted to focus on the years I'm actually collecting as we just keep going here. But I mean, yeah, there's so many canvas cards. It was so much fun. I had a list I printed off. It was just so much fun to actually go and dig through and find so many canvas cards that I needed. And then this last little bit here from the same stack are from 25-26. We'll just go through that quickly, and then we will move on to the next set. We finished that one off with Jack Eichel. But yeah, that was a really good find. I was really happy with that one. All right, so this next one here, I went back to that same guy from Friday. He still had that one row of the 0809 retro cards, so I'm just going to scroll through them really quick because, again, we already talked about it. I mean, I just got names that I really liked. This one, This was like 23 cards, I believe, and again, he sold it to me for $20, which again, really good. Fernando Pisani, one of my guys. But yeah, just really cool to see these cards. I was way out of the hobby at this point. Like, I was not collecting anything, but I mean, yeah, it was just so cool to dig through this and just pick out some of these names to get for my binder here as we kind of finish off there with Josh Bailey. But yeah, that was cool. That was another fun dollar bin to dig through. All right, so we got this brick here, which was possibly like the biggest find of the day. So this guy just had a huge one row of 25, 26 canvas cards, and we dug through it. Like the dealer actually like helped me out. Like he took my list and he was like looking through the cards, seeing which one I needed. We eventually once we did the math, checked everything off, made sure we did everything right. We got to 84 canvas cards, and I paid, what was it? I think it was like 120. So it basically divided out to like a buck 40 per canvas. So I mean, again, we'll scroll through it. I mean, I'm just gonna talk through it, but I mean, yeah, a lot of these like took out a huge chunk of what I needed for 25, 26. Because again, like series 2 right now, I can't get it. It's way too much. So just getting these canvas cards, no tax, no shipping, nothing super crazy, is just it's huge. It's huge for the binder. Putting these in the binder is going to be a ton of fun once we do end up getting into that. But I mean, yeah, just to be able to cross off so many canvas cards just in one sitting and to do it pretty affordably. And again, this was in there too. The Celebrini second year, that was, he had that as a $20 card. But I mean, yeah, again, you averaged it out, it got down to a buck 42. You take that like every day of the week. You cannot complain about that, especially with how high Celebrini is right now in the hobby. Like, you have to take that. But I mean, yeah, this was just such a fun find. There's some of these canvas cards are just so awesome. I really genuinely cannot wait to put these in the binder and just get these all together, because I mean, yeah, it's like the hunt is so much fun, whether it's through hunting packs, opening packs at first, or going to a show and digging through bins. It's so much fun there. But yeah, definitely was a lot of fun to do this and get a lot of these out of the way. Hopefully we'll be completing some sets soon as we finish off with a checklist with Adam Fox and Quinn Hughes. Definitely made some huge dents in the canvas checklist, but we got one card left to show off here. All right, so this last card here, I didn't see this on Friday because I definitely went to see this vendor because I'd bought from them before. I didn't see this card there. I saw it in his showcase, and I really like the card, but none of his stuff was priced. And we can, that's a different debate about whether dealers should price their stuff in the showcase. But I mean, it does kind of make life harder. But I mean, it's a debate. It's its own debate. It's not what I'm here to talk about. I just saw the card and I'm like, look, it's almost the end of the show. I really like the card. Let's ask. I had a number in mind, thinking, okay, this is gonna be a really expensive card. I was thinking this is gonna, like, he was gonna say something like 200, and that's the truth. He said 80 for this card, so I took that right away. I'm like, wow, that's a really good deal. And someone familiar, we should know him by now. Let's get right into it. We got here the Phil Esposito Century Momentous Red Auto from 2021 Stature, 3 of 10. Yeah, again, as soon as he said 80, I'm like, yeah, I got to do this. So that's 2 shows in a row now where I've got a Phil Esposito auto to 10 for what I think is a pretty fair price. And I mean, I don't know. Again, I will say this again, and I will make this argument again. Like, I don't know if like this current generation like truly understands or rates Esposito properly. Like, he was a really, really good player and a really good scorer for his time. He very, very important, very influential player, obviously, with the Bruins and the 72 Summit series. Like, very important player. I did not have a Stature auto of his. And again, normally I try to not get like multiple autos of the people that I'm not PCing. So like, I actually have like 3 Esposito autos now, and it's like, it's one of those things that just kind of happened. But I mean, yeah, again, wasn't expecting to get this. This is near the end of the show, but I mean, like, It's such a cool card. Like his auto is just like all over the place. It's such a huge auto. It's him in those long forgotten Rangers jerseys. It's 3 of 10. Like it's a little bit of, it's a nice enough color match. Like you can't go wrong with this. So I mean, yeah, I not anything too crazy for me for the stature list, but I mean, like I think I made three pretty good purchases for the stature collection. Those are names that I'm probably don't need to look for anymore. I don't really think I can improve on this card on the Glenn Hall, and I'm probably not improving on the Connor Bedard. But yeah, we're gonna finish off with these guys because we kind of have to, right? So that was my haul from the card show. Were you there? Did you like, what was your favorite card? Let me know down below. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Next week, there's a lot happening. There's a lot of stuff coming out soon, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I think Leaf Metal Legends is coming out soon for 2026. But I think before that, I'm gonna either do a retail box or a stack of packs. But I mean, yeah, again, just let me know down below what was your favorite card, what did you like, if you were at the show, how was it for you, because I had a good time. It was a lot of fun for me, and I definitely made some good progress on a lot of things. But yeah, definitely super excited for getting all this stuff organized, getting it in binders, and getting my Stature stuff updated. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. See you next time. Later.